wouldn't just, he would, what would he pull a pin or something so the propeller could unwind on it? Didn't the propeller unwind on the bomb?
In other words, you had to, hell, I won about 150 pounds. And I'd have to stand on one of them damn rudders sometime to get that damn plane going in the right direction. See, the control on there pushes it forward, it goes down, you pull it back, it goes up, you turn it right, it goes right. And of course, you coordinate that with your rudder. So.
And your engines, all four engines are...
All four engines.
You pull the throttles.
And you pull the throttles back and it synchronizes the props. And that's when you could tell, and by the RPM, that's when you could tell they were all running about the same. So once you got them locked into place, you didn't mess with them too much except on landing.
But you could jiggle each
one.
Oh
yeah, so you can turn them. You can turn them.
You can do anything.
When you're on the ground, when you're taxiing, that's the way you taxi. You push that plane forward for that thing to pull you back around so you go the other way.
How long do you think I can keep these planes flying?
I'm surprised they're flying right now.
I am too, you know.
This should be in a museum somewhere rather than flying. This is evidently one of the earlier models too. I think this is a Model A. They made them all the way down to the. I flew a J overseas. And I don't know whether there's a K or an L, but J was a fantastic airplane.
So this one actually flew during the war.
I don't think it ever flew in combat. I think it was more of
just an early model.
Yeah, it was an observation plane.
Okay.
This was a Model A, like a Ford Model A.
This particular plane?
Yeah, I didn't think it was. This plane right here would not have flown in combat. It was with all the windows back there. It was probably an observation type. We had all exposed gas lines. And they were famous for blowing up, with, being hit by an incendiary bullet. And lost a lot of planes just by septic gas system. And my engineer, of course, we all smoked. And the engineer, he would stand right here. Every time somebody wanted a cigarette, he had one of those little lighters that didn't have a flame. You could put like a burner on the stove. It'd light our cigarettes with that rather than a flame.
So where were you flying at during the war?
I was in the 8th Air Force. I was flying out of Thibodeau, 445th Bomb Group.
In England?
In England, yeah. 50 years ago. It's a long time.
Yeah.
They told us that if you're as much as 10 to 15 seconds off the target, don't drop your bomb because they put concentration camp or prisoners around these targets.
Really right.
So when I put my flak jacket on, I didn't realize, but I disconnected my intercom. So when I saw the bomb drop, I pushed my button here, said, "Bombs away, bombs away," and nothing happened. And he was waiting for me to say that. And before we could discover what I had done, we didn't drop our bombs. So we were deep into Germany. And we peeled off the squadron, peeled off the bomb run, and hell, I had my bombs. I couldn't drop them. And I was dropping further and further behind. So I broke radio silence. I knew what I'd done. I said, "Colonel," I said, "I can't keep up." He said, "Son," he says, "you are a dead duck if you don't get your ass up here." I said, "But if I've got my throttles all the way to the forward," he said, "Well, keep them there and we'll come back a little bit so that the fighters won't come up and pick out a straggler, what they call a straggler. Rewire these bombs and take them back onto the base." He said, "That's the only way you can get home." And I said, "Okay, I'm out of gas." So we come on in. He let me come in first. And I peeled off. I made one of the best damn landings I ever made in my life. I was so happy that I was alive and the damn thing hadn't blown up that I disconnected my radio again, which was the second time that day I'd done the wrong thing. And I just taxied real leisurely, And what I didn't know, I was holding the colonel up from landing.
Oh, God.
He got on the ground. He called me into his office and he cussed me out for everything he could think of. Not for not dropping the bomb, but for keeping him up in the air another 2 or 3 times around the field while I was celebrating that I was alive. So he made me, here I am, a damn pilot in combat. He makes me go out for 2 days and practice taxiing this damn thing on the ground. my buddy swastika,
Wow.
and the pilot was slumped over like that. He was dead, and because all the gunners had already killed him. And as we were going along, he slowly did this, and when he did, he took out the plane right below me, crashed into it. They were almost killed.
That's you and got the guy underneath him.
Yeah, yeah. Even when he's dead.
Yeah.
Tell me what your name is?
Jess Wingard. Live up in Denver on Lake Norman.